Hello everyone, this is Yuvaraj Gogoi. So today we are going to have a short discussion on multiculturalism. This is a very basic discussion meant for undergraduate level students, and the content has been designed under BA Major second semester syllabus of Dibrugarh University. So first we are going to have a look at the concept of multiculturalism. Multiculturalism is an important topic of present times. It has become increasingly relevant in plural or multi-ethnic societies. In sociological terms, it describes the way a particular society deals with cultural diversity. In the realm of politics, it means the ways in which societies choose to formulate and implement official policies dealing with equitable treatment of different cultures. It celebrates linguistic, racial, religious, and other cultural diversities. So some of the key supporters of this concept include Charles Taylor, Will Kemlicka, and Viku Parekh, among others. Let us also look at some of the definitions of multiculturalism. According to Andrew Hewitt, multiculturalism reflects more specifically a positive endorsement of communal diversity, usually arising from racial, ethnic, and language differences. In words of J.C. Zohari, multiculturalism attaches importance to the separate and distinct identity of certain neglected and stigmatized sections of the society. So here in the first definition, Andrew Hewitt basically looks at multiculturalism as a policy that accommodates racial, ethnic, and linguistic differences in a particular society. Then in the second definition, J.C. Zohari basically says that multiculturalism gives importance to the identities and the rights of marginalized sections of our society. So in this slide, we are going to look at some of the characteristics of multiculturalism. Multicultural societies are characterized by people of different races, ethnicities, and nationalities living together in the same community. It gives importance to the rights and freedoms of the hitherto neglected, excluded, and humiliated people, and at the same time desires to maintain their distinct place in a pluralistic society. Multicultural communities retain, pass down, celebrate, and share their unique cultural ways of life, language, art, traditions, and behaviors. Educational systems in multicultural societies stress the histories and traditions of minorities in classrooms and textbooks. Multiculturalism believes in pluralism. It wants to give people of other sections voice. It believes that marginalized sociocultural groups are also equally entitled to social justice, and states should adopt the policy of affirmative action for the benefit of the underprivileged sections of the society. So this affirmative action policy basically uh, believes in giving concessions or special privileges to the historically marginalized sections of our society. It is noteworthy that multiculturalism can prosper in a liberal democratic order where essential freedoms of the people are legally recognized. Multiculturalism can take place on a nationwide scale or within a nation's communities. Now let us look at some of the models of multiculturalism. There are two basic models of multiculturalism. One is melting pot theory and the other is salad bowl theory. The melting pot theory assumes that various sociocultural groups tend to meld together and create a common culture. Melting pot theory has been criticized for reducing diversity, causing people to lose their traditions. And the other important model of multiculturalism is the salad bowl theory. This theory describes a heterogeneous society in which people coexist but retain at least some of the unique characteristics of their traditional culture. Here, just like a salad, ingredients, different cultures are brought together, but rather than coalescing into a single homogeneous culture, retain their own distinct flavors. So basically in salad we use different ingredients, different components, but each of these ingredients retain their unique flavor. So in a similar way, in the salad bowl theory of multiculturalism, different cultures retain their distinctive identities or flavors. The salad bowl theory asserts that it is not necessary for people to give up their cultural heritage in order to be considered members of a dominant society. On the flip side, the cultural differences encouraged by the salad bowl model can divide a society, resulting in prejudice and discrimination. Now we are going to make a critical appreciation of multiculturalism. We need to remember that multiculturalism has got both supporters and critics. Those who support multiculturalism see that it enables the minorities to preserve their distinctive identity. It helps them to play an important part in the nation building process. It embodies the ideal of unity in diversity. It promotes the concept of pluralism. On the other hand, the critics argue that multiculturalism leads to anti-national tendencies and that it creates division. They are of the view that multiculturalism is an obstacle in the path of national development and integration. So this way, this concept has got both supporters and opponents. Now let us come to the conclusion. So here we are going to summarize the key arguments or key points. We have seen that multiculturalism is about accommodating and preserving different cultural identities. We also need to remember that only liberal democratic countries provide the proper atmosphere to apply the principle of multiculturalism. So this very concept can thrive only in liberal democratic countries. We have also seen that this concept has got both its supporters and opponents. In 2001, the General Conference of UNESCO came to a conclusion that cultural diversity is as necessary for humankind as biodiversity is for nature. So this very statement by UNESCO bears an ample testimony of the fact that cultural diversity and multiculturalism is very important for us. It is also seen that globalization has also fostered multicultural landscapes across the world. It is seen that major cities like London, Paris, Berlin, Moscow, New York, Sydney, and others have become cosmopolitan multicultural cities. So the whole multiculturalism embraces tolerance and celebrates respect for difference. So here, these are some of the ratings if you want to have further knowledge on this topic. So here is a book by Charles Taylor, Multiculturalism, Examining the Politics of Recognition. Then another one by C. Willett, Theorizing Multiculturalism, A Guide to Parent Debate. Here is another book by J.C. Zohari, Contemporary Political Theory, New Dimensions, Basic Concepts, and Major Trends. Another article by R. Longley, What is Multiculturalism, Definitions, Theories, and Examples. So thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope you liked the video. Thanks.